severity of this tragedy from day one, and you've been very supportive. We implore you, you'll drive up and down these coastal roads, you'll see these buildings, and I've driven by that building, probably never thought twice. And then something like this happens, and you recognize in each individual unit there's an amazing story, and lives have been shattered irrevocably as a result of this. We've already identified, unfortunately, fatalities, people who've been 92 years old, have been the matriarch of a wonderful family. We have families with kids missing, and we even have young newlyweds who hadn't even been married a year who were in the tower when it collapsed. And so the cooperation has been great. The local, both the municipal and the county have been fantastic. And you guys have not only been supported at the federal level, but we've had no bureaucracy. When we're dealing with FEMA, we're literally getting requests routed from local to state to federal in no time, and the approval's happening. Yeah, and so that really I think is important. And so we've had people. This is the first response in Florida's history outside of a hurricane where all of our urban search and rescue teams were mobilized. So they've been going in and out of the rubble, searching, trying to find people, trying to rescue people. At a minimum, trying to identify anyone who may be deceased to bring closure to the families, which is very important. But they're tired, and this has taken a toll on them. And so the fact that we now have that search and rescue team from Virginia here, and I know we have some more on the way, that's going to be helpful because this is grueling, and obviously the families' lives have been shattered. Mental health is going to be important. We're going to need some mental health support for some of the folks who've been in that rubble because it's not easy to do. And but we thank for the support, and we do appreciate the collaboration for local, state, and federal. And you know, what we just need now is we need a little bit of luck, need a little bit of prayers, and you know, we would like to be able to you know, to see some miracles happen. But I can tell you this: we're not going to stop. You know, until we identify everybody and until we do what we need to do. So thank you, Mr. President.
And Mr. President, I want to acknowledge the leadership of the First Lady, Casey DeSantis, as well, who is very, very focused on children and mental health issues and is bringing that agenda to our discussions. And of course, we've been including all of that, as you'll learn from our briefings. But we know how important First Ladies are, so we just want to be sure to give a shout out.
I've worked with you for my entire career since I got involved in politics. Matter of fact, in Delaware, there used to be a joke back in the 70s when I got elected to the Senate, 1972. Said there's three political parties: Democrats, Republicans, and firefighters. I'm a firefighter. And but all kidding aside, the job you're doing is incredible. And you know, most of the time, people don't really fully appreciate what you're doing until they need it. And Jill and I have had the experience of having needs. You saved my life. Literally, my fire department saved my life when I had two cranial aneurysms and I had to get to the hospital in the middle of a snowstorm and had to get to Walter Reed, which was 122 miles away. She got me down in the snowstorm for a 9.5-hour operation to save my life. And when I first got to the Senate, as a 29-year-old kid, I wasn't even old enough to be sworn in yet. I had to wait a bit. And I got a phone call when I was down there hiring staff that my wife and daughter and my two boys were back to Taylor Broadside on 995. And took the jaws of life. Not 995, I misspoke. That was the national chosen. And it took the jaws of life almost 3 hours to save my two sons. Our two sons ended up hospitalized for a long time. And then not long after I was getting out of the hospital, I was down talking on Meet the Press, got a phone call. Lightning struck my home. My wife was trapped in the home and well, a significant portion of front of the ground hit a line, a gas line that came up through and burned to the floor. Smoke was so thick you literally couldn't see through the window. And the crazy SOBs went in there and put it in and saved my wife, saved my family. And not incidentally saved my 67 Corvette. So, what you do?
I want to introduce you to our battalion chief for Task Force 1.
Oh, wait. What's your name? Let me see. But anyway, I just want you to know that we understand. Anybody who's ever needed to, they understand. You got what you're doing now is just hard as hell to deal with, even psychologically to deal with it. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And as you all know, it's not only what you're dealing with now, but your brothers and sisters across this country are having more pressure put on because of the drought, more pressure because of when you have 121 degree heat up in Vancouver, you know you got a problem. Before I was on the Zoom call yesterday with all the Western governors, and you know what they're asking for? We need more firefighters. We need more federal fighters because, you know, last year the fire season didn't start this early, and enough places burned down, enough territory burned to the ground that's bigger than the size of Rhode Island, and already it started early. So you guys and women are really bad need. I just want to say thank you. As I said, until we need you, no one fully appreciates what you do. But I promise you, we know. What you're doing here is incredible. Having to deal with the uncertainty and worrying about, you know, the families, and, you know, anyway, thank you. That's amazing. I'm happy to try to answer any questions today, but I don't know much about what other than I got briefed today, what's going on right here. Be careful. Be careful.